and welcome to a very festive episode of Celebrity B&E. This week we are joined by Malcolm, the cameraman and sound expert. Malcolm, he obviously can't say hello, he's not mic'd up, but we don't make much money from this show, and we've had to put it all into our travel expenses for this very festive episode. You see, Malcolm had to come with me instead of Paul, Dave, or Tex. Tex couldn't make it, as you'd all know. But he's part of the reason that we're here today. And Malcolm had to come and accompany me this time because, unfortunately, Paul and Dave doesn't have a passport, and Paul isn't actually allowed out the country due to his tag. And unfortunately, we're joined by, well, very fortunately actually, because it's our first sound engineer. Malcolm is here. He's obviously not mic'd up. We're not made of money, but we are here. And for those of you who haven't worked it out yet, or possibly seen what we've titled this very special festive episode, we're in Lapland. We're here at the big man's workshop. Now, some people think of him as some form of predatory paedophile, and others would argue with you to say, well, aren't all paedophiles predatory by their very nature? And I would say, personally, I think maybe not all of them. Maybe it's a possibility that some of them could have formed a sort of friendship and fell into it. But not Father Christmas. Father Christmas is not a predator. He's actually, in some people's eyes, a very kind, considerate, loving, magical man. And I thought they would be best fitted for a Christmas special of our lovely Celebrity B&E, that we come over to Lapland, and what we've actually done is we've snuck Tex's ashes into the backpacks. We had to hide them in flasks. It did cause a bit of comeuppance in the airport, as they thought it was liquids and they could see there was definitely something within there. But when I explained that what we were doing is we're going to go to Santa's grotto and we're going to dispose of the body of my dear friend, and I'm going to say it for the first time, my best friend, Tex. We're going to dispose of his body and we're going to dump him out in Lapland. The TSAs said there's no real rules around it. Asked me if I had told his family. I said that I hadn't. I am I'm very sorry, Sharon. And we're not doing it on camera. We've already disposed of Tex. It's what he would have wanted. There was a car park just outside the airport while we were waiting for a taxi. We poured him into the bin there because it turns out Lapland has very strong fly tipping regulations. So, Tex, you'll be there somewhere. I imagine you'll be picked up probably next Tuesday, going off what some of the locals have told me. Goodbye, Tex. You were a friend for life, and hopefully you'll be a friend in death. Please watch over me, as I'm about to say some very, very untoward things, I imagine, about elves. And if you're in their realm now, I would have thought. So keep an eye out. They're shady little bastards. Maybe some people might even argue that they deserve their life of servitude in the freezing cold tundras of Lapland's wastelands. I, for one, agree, and I've never really trusted them. What do you think, Malcolm? Malcolm? He's glazed. Malcolm! Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. He was checking the levels, and as I raised my voice there, he winced. Well, we'll do less of that. Now, we had to get the bus all the way to what is known as Santa's Grotto, and looking at it seems like a bit of a tourist trap. It's hard to believe that anybody would live here. So we're going to go and find his actual home. And it seems we've gone through the site, and there's this small, dilapidated building. The windows are dirty. Tells me the person who lives in there is a very busy man. Probably not Father Christmas's house, as all he has to do is torture a bunch of elves for 364 and a half days of the year. But, thinking about it, Mrs. Claus, hell of a rack on her, and I can't imagine she does much of the cleaning. That's not why you keep a woman like that around. So sorry for the pause there, we found our way in to this little shack. Well, I say little shack, it's like a 2 up, 2 down. It's not very nice. Maybe the dirtiest building we've ever been in, to be honest. A definite smell of must in the air. Dirty boots as well at the base of the stairs. So be on guard, Mal. There may be someone in the premises, but there might not be. Maybe that's just Mrs. Claus popping them there for any intruder to come in and think, oh, fucking Santa's knocking about. But we know he's busy. It's Christmas Eve. We've timed it to a T. He should be out and about. We've not seen a single reindeer. We haven't found his sleigh. There were tyre marks in front of the shack, in front of the garage, which tells me that car left quite recently. So maybe he drives to the stable. Who knows? Now, going left at the stairs, past the dirty boots, there is a very small dining room with an Arga cooker in the far corner. I would say it's dark green, which is quite nice. You would imagine that with Santa. He loved the green. He wasn't red, until Coca-Cola took him over. Did you know, Malcolm? Malcolm's nodding furiously. He's a big fan of the soft drink, is Malcolm. If that helps you build an image of what Malcolm looks like, he's a rotund fellow, aren't we, Malcolm? But he's no Tex. I'm sorry. It's got. We've had to get rid of him. His missus is gonna kill me. She's not gonna like this. It's just hard. It's just hard to say goodbye. Well, even the tub we brought him in, I had to borrow it from a neighbour. It was just a large Tupperware container with the blue straps, air sealed. You see, I was worried on the plane that the pressure of the cabin might cause the seals to pop, and luckily it didn't happen. I wish I'd just kept a little fucking spoon of him for myself. I really do. It's a bastard, that disease that took him. I don't remember what it was. I honestly, I can't remember. But it's a right bastard. There's nothing in the Arga. Sorry, for those of you who aren't watching the video version, I have just been rummaging around in the Arga. There was a padlock on one of them, and we couldn't get in it, but we could see from the other door, through behind that door. What's behind? Door number 2, locked on the Arga, is actually nothing, not even a Pyrex dish. Quite suspicious, if you ask me. I've never seen a padlock on an Arga door before. I imagine it's a Santa special. Very much like this is the Christmas special. Now, there's another little door here leading into a pantry. Inside the pantry, there are just tins, multiple tins, stacks and stacks of tins, chopped tomatoes, mushroom soup, minestrone soup. That looks like it. Is that a fruit cocktail with half the label ripped off? I think it is. I think that's a fruit cocktail with half the label. Malcolm, would you say that that's one of them Del Monte specials? Malcolm's shaking his head. Malcolm's never heard of the Del Monte special. You see, Malcolm's quite middle class. He never grew up Christmas Day, fruit salad for dessert. Never knew of the fruit cocktail. He never knew the pleasure of finding the little glacier cherry in the bottom of your bowl and teasing your siblings with it, going, "Oh, I've took your cherry. I've took your cherry, Diane. I've took your cherry." And your mum and dad laughing along, going, oh, look, the host of Celebrity B&E has took Diane's cherry. Oh, what a legend. It's a harsh memory, I suppose. Diane is also dead. She introduced me to Tex. I don't think I've ever told that story. So what was happening was Diane had to go live with some other adults for a little while. And on my way to go and find out where this was, because she was still going to the same school, you see. And I met her. Well, I say I met her. I was waiting outside for her to see who took her home. And that's where we met, me and Tex. Obviously, as you know, Tex, much older gentleman. And he was waiting there on the bench. And he said, "Oh, first time." And I didn't know what it meant at the time. And I thought, oh, Yes, this is my first time. Looking back, I think he meant, is this my first time meeting you? And I agreed. It is my first time. Lovely to meet you. I am the host of Celebrity B&E. And he said, I know your work. I love your work. Actually, I'm a bit of a dab handy getting into places I shouldn't be in myself. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of places I've been in. There's a lot of things I've been in and been into that most of the population would say, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. And I thought to myself, well, I don't want to say he's the man of my dreams. I'm not that way inclined. But as far as best friends go, I think we had a lot in common. Well, I thought we did. But some of the stuff he was into, it turned out, was not my cup of tea. And I liked having him round because it meant that I knew he wasn't up to the other, which was very important to me, especially in the later years, especially with his wife. She started to discover things, and I didn't want her to know. I'd kept it all to myself, but she started to discover things, and I was like, oh no, we can't let his memory be tarnished. Anyway, leaving the dining room, very scruffy, bare of mud on the ground, hunks of mud and straw, very much like a farmer's gaff, if I'm honest with you, a lot like a farmer's house. The tiles, I imagine, were white, now more of like a off shade of white, probably from the trampled in filth that's been brought in. Now, going back to the stairs, past the boots are still there, Malcolm. You keep an eye on them fucking boots. If they move, we're out of here. Hey, I'm not learning what these Laplander police are like. Not now, not ever. Especially at Christmas. Breaking into Santa's grotto at Christmas. Are you mental? They'll kill us. Through this door here. Oh, there's a lovely open fire. It smells like it's been burnt quite recent. It smells, I think he's been burning you in here. I would say so. I can see some of the bits on the ground. He must import this. This must be imported timber. Then again, magical creature, isn't he? Tulpa, possibly. So maybe he willed it into existence. Willed it into his own living room. Not seeing any of his garb or grey hair anywhere, though. Starting to really wonder if this is actually Santa's house. Not a very great deal in here. One armchair, one small table next to it, shelf full of books that all seem to be written in what I can only presume is maybe a Swedish dialect. I imagine Nordic people in years gone by would say all of these words quite easily. There's an awful lot of F's and quite a few J's in each of the words. I'm not going to try and pronounce any of them now, just in case, just on the off chance, one of them is a Laplandish slur. I don't want to be held responsible for something I've said about a Laplandite, and I don't actually know what it is I've said about them. I hope you understand. Very clean floor in here. He must clean this room. Maybe, I see what works. He goes into the dining room, one would presume, and after maybe berating his slaves, the elvish people, all day, takes off his boots after he's been in there, maybe puts his boots back on to go into the dining room. Let's have a little look upstairs. We'll look at these pictures, Malcolm. Who do you reckon these are pictures of? Do you reckon these are just pictures of his favourite children? The ones that behave really well, or the ones that behave nastily? What do you think? A lot of these look like the same kid. Very strange. Look at this. This just looks like he's been taking pictures of the same kid for the past 15 years. Very strange that he would have just the one favourite. I don't like this at all. He's Tex had got on with this fella. It's just one big room. There's a bath in the corner with one of those shower heads and taps that kind of looks like an old sort of rotary phone in the middle of it. Oh, he must take sexy baths with Mrs. Claus, I would assume. Then again, looking at the scum line of that bath, I wouldn't like to think about Mrs. Claus being in there. It quite looks like the paint might actually scale off the bath and stick to your skin after you've been in there. The bed, very cheap looking divan style bed. You'd think Santa would have more going on than this. Malcolm was the one who organised the trip, dear listener. Are you sure Are you sure we're in the right place here, Malcolm? This let's now. It's not something we normally do, but it is the Christmas special, so we're going to have. And there's very little in here. There's a divan bed. There's a bath in the corner. There's a door over there. If we open that door, yeah, that's a toilet. It's just a toilet. There's nothing special about it. It's just a white bowl, cleaner than the bath. Surprisingly, never really been in a house where you see a very dirty bath, but a very clean toilet. But you could eat your dinner off that. To be fair, look at that. Not even any scum. Have a look at the U-bend behind there, Malcolm. Look at that. Look at the gleam. Look at the shine on that. Lovely. Taps toothbrush. Only the one toothbrush. Malcolm, I really am doubting you here. I don't know, Malcolm. I don't know if this is Santa's grotto. Does he have a caretaker? Do you think he could have a caretaker? Let's look. Have a look in that drawer there. Is there anything in there? If you find a passport in there, this is definitely not Father Christmas's house. It's fucking Christmas Eve. He'll have his passport just in case he gets gripped at security. There's a passport. What's the name say? David Matthews. Right, well, you can see what you've done here, can't you, Malcolm? This isn't Santa's house. It's not Santa's workshop. It's not even Santa's grotto. I imagine this is the caretaker. Is this even the real premises, the real location? I should have done this myself. Why did I trust you? I've hired you for a week. They're supposed to produce the show. This is... Oh, right, well, we're going to leave and we're going to take a little look in the garage where you can see that they've left from, and we're going to see what's in there. So, now, we're in the garage. The door wasn't locked, and in here we've got 4 sets of shelves, 3 of which seem to have various coloured buckets, which one could only assume is for oil, petrol, and water. Maybe something else. Maybe. Oh, maybe, Malcolm. Maybe he uses it to carry the carrots for his fucking reindeer. Oh, do you think? No, Malcolm, because this is some guy's house called David. Are you fucking stupid? You've brought me all the way here. This has cost me a fortune. Do you know how many people sign up to my subscription service for extra B&E episodes? Eh? Do you? Fucking 20. 20 people, Malcolm. £1 each they pay me. I've saved up for this all fucking year. Not even filled out the proper visa. We shouldn't be filming. We shouldn't be recording a fucking thing. Let alone breaking into someone's house when we think it's fucking Father Christmas's grotto. I'm going to look like an idiot when I post this online. We better fucking find something of interest. Well, we paused again there, ladies and gentlemen, dear B&Eers. Unfortunately, we've been conned. Malcolm has conned me. He's stormed off. I've got no idea if the levels of this are even going to be working effectively. I've just no way of really knowing, because he's left the room in a bit of a huff, and it might be that this goes all over the place a little bit. Let me go and try and find him. Oh, he's at the bottom of the driveway. He's on his phone. I hope he's looking for Santa's grotto. Hey, oi, Malcolm, dickhead, you're being paid to be here. Look, you've found it. Oh, well, we'll just delete this. We'll just delete this then. We'll go and have a look round Santa's grotto. And has he got his workshop as well? He's got his workshop. Oh, Malcolm, I could kiss you. If Tex wasn't looking down on us now from that elven realm, I could fucking kiss you, Malcolm. Hey, no, I don't as you want to. Malcolm, no. No, Malcolm, no. It's a form of expression. You're not one of them autistics, are you, Malcolm? Taking what I say literally. That's not what I mean. Don't you ever fucking do that again. You fucking touch me, you'll go the same way as Tex. Hey, I'll make sure you catch every fucking disease known to man, lad. Right, lovely. Now that we're on the same page. Yes, I remember the agreement we made. Yes, you can meet Tex's wife. Yes, she's lonely, I know. But you need to show me the grotto and the workhouse. Factory. Lovely elven factory. And, that's something to look for. Is this still on? Oh, delete this, will you? This has been awful. This wasn't what we promised the listener at all.